components identified and quarantined for further analysis. We now look at some breaking news that we're tracking currently with regards to the report that has been released. Union Civil Aviation Minister Mohan Naidu has spoken on AAIB's preliminary report on the AI-171 crash. He stated, and I quote, that this is a preliminary report and at the ministry, we are still analyzing it. We are coordinating with AAIB for any support they need. We are hoping that the final reports come out soon so that we can arrive at some conclusion. The minister also added that I truly believe we have the most wonderful workforce in terms of pilots and crew in the whole world, and pilots and crew are the backbone of the aviation industry. Let's in fact listen in to what the minister has stated.
This is a preliminary report right now, and from the ministry we are analyzing the report, but I think it would be better if we can comment on it once the final report comes in. So we are coordinating with AIB also. Whatever support or resources they need, we'll be providing to them. But AIB will be the primary investigating agency into this, and we are hoping that as soon as possible the final report also comes in so that we can arrive at some conclusion.
My colleague Anand Singh joins us live on the broadcast for more details. Anand, a statement by the Civil Aviation Minister now after the preliminary report, and he has stated that the ministry continues to coordinate with AAIB and they're also waiting for the final report to be submitted. Take us through this statement by the ministry. He's also backed the pilots and the crew, stating that India has the finest crew in the world. So take us through this statement.
Yeah, Malvika, look, the way in which Mohan Naidu, who is also the Ministry of Civil Aviation Minister, he clearly stated that this is just a preliminary report and this not to be taken as the final report as the AAIB, that is the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, that is still working around the clock to ascertain the real cause of the tragic air crash that killed 260 people in Gujarat's Ahmedabad on June 12th. As this ill-fated London-bound plane had crashed just within 39 seconds after taking off from the Gujarat Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport. So clearly, Minister stated that his ministry is coordinating with the AAIB officials for any kind of support or resources that are required to them to carry out the proper probe into this tragic air crash, which is one of the worst in India's aviation history. And he also mentioned that India has got a few of the best pilots and crew members that are the backbone of any of the aviation sector in any country. So clearly, he asserted that how India has produced several of the finest pilots for air travel. So clearly, this statement makes a very big impact that how the minister has now come forward and he has made a statement that nothing should be taken otherwise, as this is just a preliminary report for the AI crash. Even the Pilots Association had earlier shared their grievance, as they mentioned that not much of the experts were being brought in by the AAIB to probe this AI crash. And they also questioned how this secrecy over the black box data and how this report was shared with some foreign media outlets, that how the fuel switches were put on cutoff position, whereas the entire probe details were kept secret here in India. So clearly they have highlighted this point, and they also mentioned about that how this preliminary report mentions about the cutoff switch put on cutoff means cutting the fuel supply to engines. So clearly they were unhappy with it by blaming the pilot error on the entire AI crash that has happened in Gujarat, Ahmedabad. And they said that they would be waiting for the final report before concluding, as there have been several reports that highlighted that how this species malfunctions in several conditions. So clearly they have been demanding.
Stay on with us. In fact, we have some more breaking developments that we're